All right, let's get it. Another segment. We got, I think, Uncut with me, Damian Williams, back again. So, there's a few things I want to talk about. First segment, I want to jump right into the John Jay. Okay, I want to jump right into John Jay. What happened? I know most of you have probably heard by now in San Antonio, the school John Jay played against Marble Falls School in Marble Falls, Texas. High school game. Game was about over, only about a minute left. Couple of kids decided they want to go hit squad on a referee. On a referee whose back was turned. Doesn't really matter whether his back was turned or not. You don't go after a referee. But they decided that that's what they're going to do. Now, the video that's been put out there sparked all types of reactions and stuff like that, right? And one in particular, I have my own personal Facebook, and a guy I went to school with. He said that he thinks that the whole program should be penalized to the point of them not having a football team anymore. He said they don't deserve to have a football team, and that's way too much. That's way too much for me. I've never been of the mindset that you need to penalize everybody for what a couple of people did. That's trash. That doesn't make any sense at all. When there's a disruption in class, teachers send out the kids who are causing the disruptions. When you're children, when one child gets in trouble, you don't punish the rest of the children just because one child get. If one of your children gets arrested, are you going to punish the other two who didn't get arrested? When one child fails a class, do you punish them all? When one child gets into a fight, do you punish them all? No, no, no. This isn't a school program like trying to do something to get a competitive advantage and cheating, you know what I'm saying? In those cases, yes, you'd punish the program. Something where the program is responsible, or the head coach is responsible. Now, we don't know all the facts yet. Some people wonder, did the coach, maybe he told them to do this. I highly doubt it. That seems ridiculous to me. Coach's name is Gary Gutierrez. He's in his third season. Um, you could say, hey, maybe he's got nothing to lose because he's 7-14, 7-14-1 since he's been there. So maybe he thinks he's gonna be fired or something anyway because his team hasn't been able to do much. But I highly doubt it. Okay, to me, you're not gonna be able to convince me that these two kids didn't do this maliciously. So they need to be punished and penalized. And so far, they've been suspended from the team. They've been suspended from the school. To me, they need to be kicked off the team entirely. Kick them off the team, and yes, suspend them from school. Okay. Anything else like punishing the team? If you find out the coach has something to do with it, then yes, okay, I understand. Maybe you suspending the entire season and firing the coach. But other than that, these kids did this on their own. They made that choice. You punish those kids and you punish them harshly. That will serve as the deterrent to other kids who may think it'd be cool to do something like this. Getting kicked off of the team and not being allowed to participate in football for the rest of their high school careers, which will, of course, in turn hurt their ability to go to college and, maybe even try to get a scholarship off of it. That it's going to be extremely damaging to those kids, and that's going to serve as a deterrent enough. You don't need to punish an entire program over this. Now there were a couple of ejections earlier in the game for altercations, fighting. Now you can't say that because of what happened with the fights and combined with what happened with the referees that it's some type of cultural thing because fights happen in football all the time, from and every level. And I played football when I was little. I played it, I'm saying, in middle school. I played it in high school. You see it in college, you see it in the pros. There's always fights, okay? It's a violent sport. There's fights in pretty much every sport. There's fights in soccer, there's fights in basketball, there's fights in whatever, you name it. Baseball, they'll have all out brawls. You know what I'm saying? Nobody questions the culture of the team. No. This is an isolated incident, and they're not relatable, and you can't try to force them to be. You punish those kids, you punish them harshly, and you move on.